Hello everyone, welcome to Lukmaan IAS. Today we are going to have a DTRS session, and in this DTRS session we will cover 10 important current affair topics through MCQs. So you will get to know what are the important articles from the newspaper, and also you will be able to solve questions related to those important articles. And today the lead topic for discussion will be based on Dashavatar performance. So today we will understand about what is Dashavatar performance. Alright. So with this, let us now quickly see a quotation. Okay. So this quotation is very important for the UPSC essay paper and also for ethics paper, which is GS paper 4. So this quotation says, one cannot step twice in the same river. Okay. One cannot step twice in the same river. So this statement is from Heraclitus. Okay, so let us understand what is the meaning of this statement. Okay, so to understand about meaning of this statement, you need to be thinking outside the box, because generally if people think that like river is the same, I am the same, and I can step not only twice but 100 times in the same river. But the thing is, like, if you go deep into the thought process, you will understand that like if there is a river, let's consider if there is a river and water is flowing in this river, maybe whichever direction, let's consider water is flowing in this particular direction in this river. Okay, so river water is coming. All right, if you step into this river, what will happen? The thing is, let's say like in this river at a particular point of time, what will happen is that, let's say like you will come across some water in the river. Okay, that water is flowing. After some time, if you step again in the same river, let's say after few months or a year, by that time your personality will have also shifted. You will have a different perspective about the river, you will have a different perspective about the life also, because like your experiences shape your personality, your experiences shape your identity. So as a human being, right, you are also evolving from time to time. So whatever you are thinking today, it is possible that after few months, after few years, you may have a different opinion about the same thing. Why? It is because, let's say, you as a person has evolved, you have come across different opinions, you have come across different experiences in life. That's what caused a shift in your own understanding. Okay, similarly what happens in the river, the same water does not remain, right? The water is not stand still on the river, water is flowing. Let's say like water is flowing in the river, so you cannot find the same water, right, again if you step into the same river. Are you understanding? So everything, right, in the universe is in a state of flow. Everything is moving, right? Everything is changing at every moment, right? You yourself are changing, river itself is changing, right? Course of the river is changing, amount of water flowing through the river is changing, and the specific water that you have touched, right, in your earlier instance, right, in your earlier interaction with the river was different, and the river and the water that you are going to touch now, it's going to be different. Maybe the temperature of the river water also change. Okay, so like this statement is rightly pointing out that one cannot step twice in the same river. I hope you have got the thought process related to this. So with this, let us quickly move to the next let's say topic. And so basically, like at Lukmaan IAS, we have announced a geography integrated year-long test series. So it's a kind of integrated year-long test series wherein if you have geography optional, so like you will be able to, let's say like, attempt multiple geography tests from time to time throughout the year, and it will strengthen your preparation of the geography optional. And along with this, let's say like you can join the Takkar year-long test series, which is a kind of GS test series for prelims as well as for the mains exam. So this program is going to be highly beneficial for those people who have geography optional and who want to appear in next year's UPSC prelims and mains exam, because it's a year-long process. Entire GS will be covered through the test series for the prelims and mains, right? Orientation session will happen, mentorship sessions will happen, and also geography optional will be covered by one of the faculty member at Lukmaan IAS. His name is Jahidul sir. All right. Then we have another optional subject, which is PSIR optional, that we are offering at Lukmaan IAS. So again we have a combination Takkar year-long test series and PSIR optional test series. So it's an integrated test series wherein your preparation for the GS will keep on going and your preparation for the optional subject will keep on going. So both of them are going hand in hand. Okay, so your preparation for optional as well as GS is going, right? So it's going to help you to score high in the next year's paper. Okay, so again, let's say we have a Panchsutra prelims mock test series. So it's a test series wherein we are going to have 5 tests, right? All of these tests are mock tests in the sense that, like, you know, every test is a full length test for GS as well as for CSET. So the first test will be conducted on 22nd of February 2025. Okay, and then let's say like every month we are going to conduct one test series. Okay, one mock test. So schedule of the test is mentioned over here. It is highly important for you to analyze your preparation for the upcoming prelims exam. All right, so with this, now let us quickly see the list of articles or list of topics that we are going to cover through the MCQs today. So the first topic that we are going to cover is Dashavatar performance. So we will understand what is this performance all about. So this topic is important under art and culture section. Okay, it is important under art and culture section. Then we have another topic which is National Mission for Manuscripts. So it is a newly introduced mission. So we will understand in detail about National Mission for Manuscripts. We'll discuss under which ministry does this mission come. We'll also discuss about, let's say, like, you know, which organization is going to be the nodal agency for implementing this mission. And also we will discuss about what are manuscripts, what are different types of manuscripts. All right. Then we are going to discuss about a corridor which is in news. It is Netzarim corridor. So this is a topic which is places in news, means it is a geography related topic. So such questions are asked by UPSC in prelims exam. Then we are going to discuss about a regional organization which is known as Arab League. Okay, we'll discuss in detail about what is Arab League. And after then we are going to look into sulfate of potash. Okay, so sulfate of potash, we'll discuss what is this, and we'll discuss like abundance of sulfate of potash in India, right? We'll discuss about its utility. We'll discuss about, you know, new places where there is a possibility or likelihood of, let's say, availability of huge amount of sulfate of potash. Okay, so next topic is Article 22 Clause 1 of the Indian Constitution. So this is a topic from Indian polity section. We will understand about, let's say, like, you know, protection of rights of individuals, right, in matters of arrest and detention. So we'll discuss in detail about what do we mean by, let's say, Article 22 Clause 1. We'll also try to connect it with other articles of the Constitution of India. So this article is important under fundamental rights topic, of Indian polity. Then we'll discuss about another topic which is devolution index. Okay, we'll understand about what is devolution index. So you might have discussed, you might have studied about Panchayati Raj institutions. So you know Panchayati Raj institutions is the third tier of, let's say, like, you know, governance in the country. So they have been given constitutional mandate. They are kind of, you know, constitutionally established. But the thing is, like, you know, how much power is devolved, how much power is kind of, you know, given to the Panchayati Raj institutions. So it will be taken up by the devolution index. So we will discuss in detail about this. And then we are going to discuss about a scheme which is known as market intervention scheme. So this is a topic which is important under Indian economy. All right, market intervention scheme. So this is a scheme which is helpful, let's say, like, you know, for protecting the interest of the farmers. So we'll discuss like in what let's say situations does government, let's say, like, utilize the market intervention scheme to actually, let's say, like, you know, like stabilize the price of food grains in the market. So we'll discuss in detail about this. Then this topic is important under science and technology, and it is neutrinos. So we'll understand about what are neutrinos, what is the weight of neutrinos, right? With which kind of forces does neutrino interact with? We'll discuss in detail. All right. Then another topic. So this is a topic from health related issues. So it says pulmonary arterial hypertension. Okay, pulmonary arterial hypertension means this is something which is associated with hypertension or blood pressure, okay, associated with heart diseases. We'll discuss in detail about this particular topic. We'll discuss what do we mean by this. We'll discuss how it happens and what are the kind of causes related to this. Okay, so we are going to discuss in detail all these 10 topics one by one. Now let us talk about the first topic, first question. Okay, this question or this topic is very, very important. All right. So what is this question? It says with reference to Dashavatar performance. Okay, so this question is belonging to Dashavatar performance, and here you need to understand that this topic is important under art and culture. In art and culture, let's say performing arts are an important let's say area of study, and this is a kind of Dashavatar performance, means it is a performing art. Then we have some visual arts also. For example, if you come across any red fort or any kind of monuments, so it's a visual art, right? Performing art where let's say you are either singing or you are playing or you are dancing, so they are part of performing art. So this is a performing art related topic. So it says it is a traditional theatre form in Odisha. Okay, this statement is wrong because this traditional theatre form belongs to the state of Maharashtra. Okay, Maharashtra and Goa. So that's why first statement is wrong. Second statement, the Uttar Ranga known as Akhyan is considered to be the main performance based on Hindu mythological tales. Okay, so this statement is right. Okay, basically like they do have two types of let's say Ranga, which is like Purva Ranga and Uttara Ranga. Purva Ranga means at the initial stage when this particular play is being introduced, at the introduction stage. So like Purva Ranga is done, and then Uttara Ranga is the main performance that happens right under the Dashavatar performance. So it is also known as Akhyan, and it is considered to be the main performance based on Hindu mythological tales. This statement is right. And so name of Sifung, Kham, Serja are the musical instruments. These are not the musical instruments that are associated with this I mean like this performing art. Name of the musical instruments are they are a pedal, harmonium, tabla and zanz or cymbals. Okay, so these are the kind of instruments. So correct answer is option B, which is one only. Okay, option B. Now let us talk about let's say like why we are discussing this topic, because this topic recently came in the Hindu newspaper. Okay, so Dashavatar performances in Maharashtra, the men who play women under the stars. Okay, so these men, I mean like they kind of their attire is of the women during the performance. This is the thing. Now we have another question, question number 2. This question is related to manuscripts. So like recently the government of India has introduced National Mission for Manuscripts. So manuscripts are any handwritten content. Okay, so these handwritten content may be there on leaves, right? So on many different platforms these handwritten content may be there, but one important condition is these handwritten things should be at least 75 years old to be considered manuscript for protection. All right. So this is the thing. So there is a national mission for manuscript under which let's say like we are going to take photographs of those manuscripts. We are going to kind of like preserve these manuscripts, and we are also going to create digital copies of it so that like their information is available widely right among the Indian population. This is the kind of objective of this mission. So when we talk about some factual information related to this mission, it says it comes under Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. Okay, basically Ministry of Tourism is a separate ministry and Ministry of Culture is a separate ministry. So it comes under Ministry of Culture. Okay, not Ministry of Tourism. That's the thing. So first statement is wrong. Second, Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts is the nodal agency for the execution of this project. Second statement is right. Okay, second statement is right. Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts is the nodal kind of agency for implementing this thing. Second statement is right. You see, this is a manuscript. You can see like handwritten content is there on a kind of wooden block. Okay, so National Mission for Manuscripts to be made autonomous. So Government of India is trying to make this body an autonomous body so that it can perform on its own without any political or other kind of interventions. All right. So this is about giving more power to this body so that this activity keeps on going without any interruption, and for that Government of India has already earmarked about 500 crore rupees for the next 6 years. All right. So we have another question. It says Net-Zarim corridor. Okay, which corridor? Net-Zarim corridor, often seen in the news, is located in which one of the following regions? So this corridor is located in Gaza Strip. And why this corridor is in news? Because recently Israel has decided to kind of come back from this corridor, to abandon this corridor. Okay, so like Israel had occupied this corridor earlier, but now they have decided to kind of come back from this corridor. So Israeli forces withdraw from the Gaza's Net-Zarim corridor. Okay, so that's why it is in news. So this is Net-Zarim corridor, you see, this is Net-Zarim corridor. Now we have another question. This question is again very important. Okay, what is this question? It says, in the context of Arab League, okay, in the context of Arab League, consider the following statements. We have two statements related to Arab League. As I discussed initially, Arab League is a regional organization. Okay, it's a regional organization. So related to that, question is there. So it is a grouping of countries located in an exclusive region of Middle East. This statement is wrong. Why? Because it is not exclusive to the Middle East. So Middle East Asia is there, but along with this Africa is also there. African countries are also part of this, Arab League. Not only Middle East countries, but also Arab League countries are also part of it. So that's why statement 1 is incorrect. Second, the headquarters of the league is located in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. This is also wrong. It is headquarters located in Cairo. Okay, I think Cairo is in Egypt. Okay, headquarters located in Cairo, Egypt. So both these statements are wrong. Correct answer is option D. Okay, correct answer is option D. Yes, it is in Egypt. Now, with this, you can see over here, Arab nations slam Netanyahu's remark on Palestinian state on Saudi land. Okay, so kind of so Netanyahu has made a remark that in Saudi Arabia there can be a Palestine established. Okay, so all Arab states came together and they have condemned, let's say, like a statement by Netanyahu. So Netanyahu is the Prime Minister of Israel. All right. So now with this, let us quickly move to the next question, which is question number 5. This question says, consider the following statements about potash. Okay, potash. So it says the sulfate of potash is free of chloride, while muriate of potash contains some chlorine. This statement is right. Okay. The largest potash reserves of the country are found in the state of, not in Punjab, but in Rajasthan. So in the state of Rajasthan, around 84%, more than 80% of reserves of potash are found in the state of Rajasthan. It's not Punjab. In Punjab, around 5% of potash is found. India is self-sufficient in availability of mineral potash. This is not correct. India has not yet become self-sufficient, but there are news that in the state of Punjab, there are some regions where there is a likelihood of finding, let's say, huge amount of potash. So if we are able to locate it, if we are able to mine it, then we can move towards, let's say, kind of self-sufficiency in availability of mineral potash in the country. Okay, BJP too have its own 4th CM in Delhi who were not there. This is the thing. So you can read the explanation from the PDF file, and if you have any questions, feel free to write in the comment section. Okay, we are there to help you with that. Okay, if you like the discussion, then kindly like it on the YouTube also. Now this is a question from fundamental rights of Indian polity. All right, so let us discuss these statements. So the first statement says, it says, consider the following statements regarding constitutional safeguards related to arrest and detention in India. Okay, so This question is related to constitutional safeguards related to arrest and detention. Article 22 clause 1 of the Indian Constitution mandates that an arrested person must be informed on the grounds of arrest as soon as possible and provided the right to consult a legal practitioner of their choice. Okay. So basically Article 22 of the Constitution of India mandates that, like, if law enforcement agencies are arresting an individual, it is the responsibility of the law enforcement agencies to inform that individual that, like, this is the ground on which we are arresting you, and also they should provide that person the freedom to consult a lawyer of his or her choice, right, so that he can kind of appeal against the arrest. All right. Then failure to inform the grounds of arrest not only violates Article 22 clause 1 but also amounts to a violation of the right to life and personal liberty under Article 21 of the Constitution of India. This statement is also right because you might have read in let's say, like, Indian polity, if you are reading Indian polity book or if you have attended classes. So Article 21 of the Constitution of India talks about right to life and personal liberty. And so, like, whenever someone is getting arrested, so he should be informed about the grounds of arrest. This is also his right. All right. So this statement is also right. The burden of proving compliance with constitutional safeguards underlies on the arrested individual. This statement is wrong. Okay. So, like, the burden of proving compliance with constitutional safeguard lies not only on the arrested individual but on the law enforcement agencies, I mean, it can be police, it can be CBI, it can be other agencies that are arresting the people. So it is their duty, right, to safeguard the right of the person to consult a lawyer, and that person must be given information why he is being arrested. Then judicial magistrates have a constitutional duty to ascertain compliance with Article 22 clause 1 when an arrested person is produced for remand. Okay, this statement is also right. Correct answer is 1, 2 and 4, means option A is the right answer. Okay, option A. This question is very interesting, very good. All you need to do is read Article 22 of the Constitution of India in detail, right, all the provisions that are mentioned over there. It will help you to understand the rights of an individual, let's say, like, who is to be arrested, right. So he does have a right to be informed, right, he does have a right to consult a lawyer of his or her choice, and it is the duty of the law enforcement agencies to safeguard his right, okay, by providing the information or grounds of arrest and by providing him the means to consult a lawyer. That's the thing. So informing accused grounds of arrest constitutional requirement. Okay, Supreme Court of India has recently said. Okay, so it's a constitutional requirement. Now we have another question, which is question number 7. It says, consider the following statements regarding the devolution index. Okay, so as I discussed earlier, devolution is, let's say, like, kind of sharing your power with the lower authorities. In the sense, let's say, like, we have the central government, we have the state government, we have the local government also, Panchayati Raj institutions, municipal corporations. So they are at the lower level of the government. So when the state government gives a power, I mean, like, when a state government gives power to the lower bodies, so this is known as devolution. Okay, devolution means, like, you are giving them power to be kind of, self-sufficient kind of. Okay, so this is the thing. It says it is mandated by the 11th schedule of the Indian Constitution. This statement is wrong. In the 11th schedule of the Indian Constitution, there is a mention of Panchayati Raj institutions. Okay, it talks about what are Panchayati Raj institutions, what is their role in the democratic polity in the country. Okay, so this is mentioned, but having a devolution index is not mentioned in the Panchayati Raj institution. So recently, the Ministry of Ministry of Panchayati Raj, right, it has come up with an idea that it is going to release devolution index. So that's why we are reading about it. Okay. Second, it says it provides actionable insights for citizens, policy makers and elected representatives to strengthen local governance. This statement is right. Okay. So it does provide lot of, let's say, like, lot of inputs for the policy makers. I mean, like in the devolution index, they will have multiple parameters that talks about how much power is devolved, whether this power is rightly used, and if it is not used, what are the challenges that are being faced by the Panchayati Raj institutions at the lower level. Okay, so it is going to provide actionable insights to the citizens, for policy makers and elected representatives. Okay, so that, like, you know, they can, I mean, like, walk towards let's say ascertaining that power is actually devolved, okay, de facto, not de jure only. De jure means like not only in paper but like in reality also. So Union Minister of State Professor S.P. Singh Baghel releases report on status of devolution to Panchayati Raj. So like it has been a kind of, you know, a report has been released related to this. Alright, so that's why we are reading about it. Now we have another question. This question, as I discussed, it is based on a kind of a scheme of the government of India, and this is known as market intervention scheme. Why market intervention scheme is important? So that, like, we can make the prices of the food grains in the market stable. Okay, so if there is high uncertainty of the food prices in the market, what will happen? I mean, like, you know, the market will collapse and there will be a lot of speculative values associated with ups and downs of the price of food grains in the market. So that's why government from time to time intervenes, right, to stabilize the price of commodities, you know, in the market. Generally it is for food grain. Okay, so this is the thing. So what you need to do is like read this particular question in your free time. All right, so it says it will be implemented only when there is minimum reduction of 10% in the prevailing market price as compared to the previous normal year. Okay, this statement is right. States can now directly transfer the price difference between the market intervention and the ceiling price to farmers' bank account instead of physical procurement. Okay, although they can do it, but like, you know, there is a limit of 25% related to this. Okay, so this is the thing. Central nodal agencies like NAFED, NCCF will reimburse the storage and transportation cost incurred in moving the crops. So this statement is wrong. Correct answer is only one. Okay, only one means first statement related to this. You can read further. Okay, explanation is given. So Agri Ministry revises guidelines of market intervention scheme to encourage states for implementation. Okay, so recently this particular scheme has been revised. Okay, guidelines have been revised related to this scheme, so that's why it is in news. Now we have another question, question number 9. So this question is from the science and technology section, and here the question is about neutrinos. Okay, so we have discussed about neutrinos in the GS Foundation class and also in various other classes related to science and technology whenever I have taken discussion. So you know that there are different flavors of neutrinos. Okay, so we have, I mean, like, you know, tau neutrino, electron neutrino, muon. I mean, like, you know, lot of different flavors of neutrinos are there, and these are kind of, you know, they interact with very feeble forces. Okay, so they do not interact with the strong forces and all. So that's why neutrino observatories are being set up in India, and they are set up underground. Okay, so that, like, you know, their noises do not affect their presence. Okay, so it says neutrinos are electrically charged subatomic particles that interact strongly with matter. Okay, they interact weakly with matter. Okay, they interact weakly, W-E-A-K, weakly with matter. They interact weakly with matter. They do not interact strongly with matter. And huge number of neutrinos pass through human bodies also. They can pass through the walls as well without even being detected. Okay, so they belong to the family of particles called leptons and are subject to weak force. This statement is right. So this statement is also wrong. Why? Because neutrinos were not first discovered then. Approximately 100 trillion. So this is also a very approximate figure. 100 trillion neutrinos do not pass through human body every second. This is a very huge number. Okay, kind of. Okay, so only second statement is right, means only one statement is right out of the 4. Okay, in general. So that's why correct answer is option A related to neutrinos. You see, China installs deep sea detector to hunt mysterious ghost particles. Okay, so China has installed deep sea neutrinos to understand about the ghost particle I mean like which is generally not detected. Okay, now we have another question. This question is related to health. All right, so consider the following statements about pulmonary arterial hypertension. Okay, pulmonary arterial hypertension. They have given two statements. It is caused when tiny particles in the lung become thickened and narrowed, blocking the blood flow and raising lung blood pressure. This statement is right. The exact cause of PH is known to be genetic in all cases. This statement is wrong because it can be genetic in some cases, it can be acquired in some other cases. Genetic means that the information which is passed from parents to the children, I mean like from generations to generation. So it can be genetic, it can not be genetic as well. So second statement is wrong. Correct answer is option A, which is 1 only. All right. So Netco's generic for PH gets US FDA and nod marketing partner Lupin to launch product. Okay, so kind of there is a company, they have gotten their product, I mean like approval from US FDA. US Food and Drug Administration has approved this particular product for use of human beings, and now they are trying to market it. They are trying to bring this product, let's say in the market. That's all. Okay, so you can read about it in your free time, and you can download this PDF from the description of the YouTube video. Thank you so much everyone for attending today's discussion. I hope you have a good day ahead. Thank you.